Level 1, amateur. Let's start at the very beginning. The people who call themselves footballers, but most of them just call themselves footballers just to impress their mates. They're amateurs, the Sunday League warriors, the ones who say I play midfield but just end up standing there. These are the players who show up for the love of the game. No wages, no scouts watching, no sponsorship deals, just pure Messi passion. They train when they can, usually when school, work or social life allows. Their kits is often a mix of random jerseys, their boots are probably a size too small or a size too big, and yes, they still think they can take on a semi-pro striker and win. Think about your high school team or the local five-a-side league where someone insists on trying a bicycle kick every week. That's level 1. There's joy, there's chaos, and there's a deep belief that one day, somehow, you'll be spotted by a scout and probably make it as a professional footballer, but it's never gonna happen. And yet, there's a kind of magic here. No pressure, no contracts, no expectation, just pure untamed love for football.
Level 2, these are footballers who are professional but aren't very good. This level is about footballers who somehow scammed their way through football and still managed to become a professional. A perfect example is Ali Dia. This man should have been an amateur footballer. He should have been playing with a Sunday League team with a guy named Bob from the pub. But somehow, someway, with his cunning tactical mind, he managed to reach the world stage, becoming the most average footballer ever. This man was so average at the top level that the great Matt Letizia thought he was training with a fan. Even though he looked terrible in training, he still managed to play a Premier League game. He played for Southampton for 1 month. Hey, credit to this man, he may have scammed his way through football, but that is something that people would die to do.
Level 3, professional. Now we're talking grown-ups, not the flashy superstars, not the legends, but the people who treat football like a job, because it's literally their job. These players train full-time, earn a living from football, and have honed their craft to a level that makes amateurs look like they're in slow motion. They know tactics, can pass, shoot, defend, and can execute a plan without having someone shout at them. Think mid-table Premier League players, James Ward-Prowse, set-piece masters, tireless work ethic, a guy that you'll be thrilled to have on your team, but not the headline act of the show. Another good one is James Milner. Professional, but not exactly Messi or Ronaldo. They're reliable, respected, and sometimes boring. Level 3 is the reality of football. Not everyone gets to be elite. Most players live here, week in, week out. They fight for points, stay fit, and occasionally save their club from disaster. But this is the bread and butter of the sport. Without level 3 professionals, leagues collapse. Without them, there's no mid-table drama, no transfers, no consistent football.
Level 4, these are the faces of our teams, the players you build a project around, the guys who are the future of football. I'm talking about Yamal, Saka, Olise, Cole Palmer, players who aren't just exciting now, but are shaping what the game will look like in the next decade. These are the ones that kids will be copying in the playgrounds, the ones defenders fear before kickoff, the ones managers trust with everything on the line. At level 4, talent isn't a question anymore. Everyone here can play. It's about impact. They decide games, they turn the pressure into performance, they show up in the big moments, derbies, finals, league titles. These guys are future Ballon d'Or winners, future World Cup winners, future legends of the game. Level 4 players will set the standards, they won't chase comparisons, they become the comparison.
Level 5, superstar. Alright, let's step into the limelight. Level 5 is the superstars, the people you can't ignore, even if you tried. These fellas here don't just play football, they define an era, command attention, and sell shirts in countries they've never visited before. These are world-class talents who regularly win matches for their team. They're highly marketable, extremely skilled, and if they show up on a big night, their outcome immediately changes. Their impact is immense, their highlights are jaw-dropping, but history might not remember them as GOATs. A great example of this is Mohamed Salah. He tears up the Premier League week in, week out with his insane pace and finishing, and basically says, yes, I own this league. Harry Kane, another one, clinical finisher, consistent, a nightmare for defenders. Even Kylian Mbappé, already dominant, but still has a lot to give. The thing about level 5 players is that they're transcendent now. But the story isn't finished. Their legacy depends on what they leave behind. Will they be remembered for defining the game or just dominating it for a decade? Superstars are the ones you tune in to see. They're the reason football sells out, the reason kids dream. But unlike the legends or the GOATs, they still have to prove that the world remembers them for not just their skill, but for imprinting themselves in football history. Level 5, dazzling, dominant, unforgettable, but not quite eternal.
Level 6, these are legends of our game, the players who achieved everything you can imagine. World Cups, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. They didn't just win trophies, they defined eras. These are the names that set the stage for everyone else. The players that you mention without their last name and everyone knows exactly who you mean. At level 6, greatness is no longer a debate, it's accepted. Their legacy is written in history. They delivered in finals, they carried nations, they turned the impossible moments into memories that live forever. Players at level 6 are usually your favorite player's favorite player. Without these guys in this level, there's a lot of footballers we will not have. So we have these guys to thank for the amount of talent we see in today's game. Not only did they win the highest trophies available, but these guys changed the way we play football tactically. Take Makalele. Before him, the defensive midfielder position was often overlooked. He wasn't the star, he wasn't the playmaker, he wasn't definitely the headline name. But Makalele completely refined the role. His intelligence, positioning, and ability to break up play made him irreplaceable. Real Madrid didn't realize his value until he left, and suddenly their midfield collapsed. From that moment on, the Makalele role became essential. Every top team wanted a player like him. The anchor, the balance, the engine, no one notices until he's gone. Another one also is Franz Beckenbauer. He did something similar from the back. Before him, defenders were just defending, hoofing the ball, tackling. They were just doing the typical defender shit. But Beckenbauer came in and turned the classic defender into a playmaker, stepping into the midfield, controlling the tempo, and starting attacks. The idea that defenders could dictate games started with him. Level 6 players didn't just dominate their era, they created new eras. Football looks different because they existed, and that's what makes them legends.
Level 7, GOAT. Finally, the summit. Level 7. This is the greatest of all time. This isn't about stats, trophies, or Instagram followers. This is about bending football itself to your will. GOATs don't just win games, they change how football is played, taught, watched. Every touch, every run, every decision on the pitch leaves a mark. They dominate consistently, inspire generations, and rewrite what fans believe is possible. Lionel Messi is the prime example of that. Dribbling through an entire backline as if physics don't even exist. Cristiano Ronaldo, physical perfection, goal machine, relentless competitor. Pele made the world fall in love with the beautiful game. And Diego Maradona turned chaos into an art form in the 1986 World Cup. These aren't just players, they're phenomena. Being a GOAT isn't just about scoring 50 goals in a season. It's about redefining excellence. It's about creating moments that live forever. It's about the player whose mere presence changes tactics, inspires dreams, and makes casual fans stop scrolling and say, "What the hell did I just witness?" GOATs aren't born. They're forged. Their influence survives long after the final whistle, long after the stadium empties. They don't just play football, they become football. And in that way, they are untouchable, eternal, and forever GOATed in our eyes.